Hi there guys, welcome once again to Jonesy's vlog. As you can see, once again I am on the iPad basically due to my webcam being an absolute arse about things. So apologies there. So just before I get into the actual analysis of the game against Leicester yesterday, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone's reaction to last week's video for the Brighton game, the Jonesy's trip to Leeds United versus Brighton. I'll put a link, I think, in the description below for those that haven't seen it yet. But had a really great reaction. It's by far my most popular video yet. I think over 1,500 views on it, and that's the kind of thing that I've been hoping to do for this season's away videos that I'm planning on doing. That's the kind of feel I was kind of going for. And I was quite happy with it really. There were one or two things I'm hoping to do a bit differently, maybe do a bit better, but I thought for a first sort of test run, I thought it went quite well, and you guys seem to like it as well. So yeah, just a quick thank you really there guys for the for the things you've been saying about it really. So on to the game yesterday, the 0-0 draw against Leicester City. Definitely not one of the prettiest games that we're bound to see this season. By no means a classic, but I think, and I think a lot of fans have agreed. Really, you know, it's a performance that we're, I suppose, happy with. Really, in a way, just the way that we went about it. It was a game we sort of seemed in control of. You know, we managed to keep Leicester, who, you know, were probably going to be one of the teams up there this season. You know, we managed to keep them quite quiet. We made them sort of change their style of play and their formation and game plan throughout the game, and obviously the clean sheet, which is, you know, the first of the season, and it's always important to get that first clean sheet of the season. And I think defensively, you know, we did really well. I mean, there was only really was it Chris Wood's shot against the post, which was a bit of a nervy moment, but apart from that, we kind of restricted Leicester to sort of a few half chances really. So, you know, defensively it was quite pleasing. Obviously up front we were lacking something. You know, we didn't really create too much ourselves, apart from Matt Smith's chance towards the end. Again, one or two sort of half chances here and there, but again, you know, we were passing the ball about quite well. A few long balls really that were a bit aimless at times, which was disappointing to see. But, you know, apart from that, like I said, I think it was just a scrappy sort of battling performance, which, you know, last year under Warnock was something we weren't used to. You know, I think if we were still you know, having Warnock in charge, we probably lost that game yesterday, and we wouldn't have seen a performance like that. So, you know, comparing to last season, I think, you know, there's a big change there, a big positive, and yeah, you know, there's obviously clear things to work on. Obviously, again, as people have been saying, we need some width. You know, we need some wingers. You know, the game really seemed to change when Don Polion came on. You know, just having that person with a bit of pace that likes to take defenders on, you know, it's something that we need more permanently at the club. And for me, I don't think Polion's quite ready yet for sort of 90 minutes week in, week out in the Championship. I think just for now, is better as an impact player coming off the bench for us. I'm sure this season he'll get there, you know, being a more of a first team player, but, you know, as an impact player I think he can probably do better for us at the moment. So yeah, all in all, I was fairly happy, as quite a lot of the fans were. A few negatives, you know, Peltier, I don't want to say he was awful, because I thought defensively he didn't actually do too bad, especially the second half he seemed to improve. But, you know, when it comes to getting forward and his passing, I mean, it was pretty awful at times. And, you know, it looked like he was really struggling as well, which was sort of unlike him. So, you know, that was part. I thought Paul Green had a really poor game as well. I mean, he's been a player for me who I've always found him to be fairly average. Quite a lot of fans seem to be a really big fan of him, but I'm not really seeing that from him. And I mean, a lot of people were saying that about him last week against Brighton, and again, I mean, he had a good game, but, you know, I can't really see what he brings too much to the squad. I mean, for me personally, you know, I thought Tong was quite unlucky to miss out on the game after his performance against Brighton last week, so maybe for Chef Wednesday I might have Tong in instead of Green, just for a bit of a change, but I mean, we'll have to see. have to see how that goes. And of course, the main thing about yesterday was of course the Beast. The Beast was back, and not only is he back, but he's also the new captain for this season, which is brilliant news. I must admit, when it was first announced yesterday, I was a bit sort of taken aback and didn't know if it would be the right decision. But after seeing his performance yesterday, he's just clearly the right man for the job. I mean, as Brian McDermott has said, he's a quality leader out there. He leads by example, and I mean, it was just a man of the match performance from him. He did get that from Sky, but I mean, defensively, he was just absolutely everywhere. Every now and again getting forward as well, passing the ball quite well, and it was just really good to see him back, really. And I think he's going to be a key player for us this season. So yeah, like I say, positivity that he's the new captain. I think he's going to be better than Peltier. He was never really quite captain material for me, and I think a lot of people really agreed with that. The fans yesterday, well, we don't have to say too much about them now, do we? I mean, they were magnificent for the whole game. It was over 2,800 fans there, and I mean, them against 19,000 Leicester fans. Apart from the drum, you didn't hear Leicester fans all the way through. There were a lot of empty seats there for their first game of the season, which was strange to see. I know it was on telly, but still, you'd have thought you'd wanted to fill your stadium a bit more for the first game of the season. But yeah, the Leeds fans were great, singing all game, created a really, really great atmosphere. So again, the players and McDermott seemed to be singing their praise a lot, so that was good. Off the field subjects, Brian McDermott said last night that the deal that had been trying to get done over the past few weeks, that had definitely fallen through, and it's turned out today that was Gordon Greer, the defender from Brighton. He's gone and signed a new deal with the club. So in a way, I'm actually kind of glad that didn't go through. It seems a bit of a strange signing to persist with so much. I think he's a decent defender, but I think he's about 32 years old now, so it's a bit of a strange one. That McDermott was wanting to sort of persist with that so much, but that's fallen through. But apparently there is another deal that he's working on now, so hopefully maybe sometime this week we might hear something on that. And also today it's turned out that Middlesbrough have had a second bid rejected for Ross McCormack, believed to be about 1.3 million. So I mean, again, it's positive that we're rejecting 1.3 million. It's a decent amount of money for the club. But again, that's not gonna buy Ross McCormack, is it? But positive that we're definitely saying is not for sale. I think we'd probably have to be looking for 2 million plus if he was going to go. But it doesn't look like the club want to sell, and it definitely doesn't look like Ross wants to go. So all positive there, really. Nothing else too much to report, really. Apparently they're going to be looking at Sam Byram in training and see how he goes, and if he sort of fails a bit there, then unfortunately it looks like he will have to have the operation, which will keep him out for a month or two, which will be a bit of a blow, really. But I'm sure McDermott has something lined up for if that does happen. So yeah, just on to Sheffield Wednesday at the weekend, really. Televised game on Saturday. I think is it 12:15 or 12:30 kickoff or something. Massive Yorkshire derby, of course. We know what the atmosphere was like last season. I'm sure it'll be fantastic again this weekend. And I think it's a game that we can go and win. Looking at how Sheffield Wednesday have started their season and how we've started ours, it's one of those that we look at, and we can quite easily get the 3 points there. Another battling performance like yesterday. And Mike in midweek and against Brighton last weekend. It's going to be a fiery game, but it looks like the players are definitely all up for it. And yeah, I certainly think we can go get 3 points there, hopefully. So I am going to that game. I won't be doing another video like against Brighton, but I will be doing another vlog. So yeah, that's all from me, really, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please do get in contact with me either on here or on my Twitter at ChrisJonesLUFC. And yeah, hopefully I will see you all again very soon.